What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back with another read. Okay, honey, period. Period. I am taking personal readings. You guys can Cashapp me at money sign CapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at CapriceCooks@icloud.com. Okay, I work on energy. Energy is fluid, so this could be about you. This could be about the person that you're thinking about, or anybody's thinking about you. Also, time is an illusion, so this could be about the past, the present, or the future, but somehow it's affecting you right now. Okay. All right. So this is going to be for my Taurus for February 10th through the 17th. Spirit guides us and masters, so family, twin flame family. Please be here with me at this time, helping me receive a message to deliver to my Taurus. Okay. All y'all stuff popped out before I could even finish my prayer. Like, it's kind of like being on go, like being in the energy of I'm ready to expand. You know, I'm ready to expand my gifts. I'm ready to roll a dice on myself. I'm ready to take a chance. I'm ready to end cycles. Like, it feels like round and round. I don't know what song. I don't know what song I was about to sing, but over and over try. I don't know what song I'm trying to sing. I can hear it, but I can't catch the melody. But it's like over and over I try. Like, it's kind of like, okay, we're going in the same circle over and over and over again. Things that I used to be enthusiastic about, things that used to get me excited, things that used to make me super motivated, they just don't make me super motivated anymore. They don't make me super excited anymore. I'm not in the same space that I was. With this ninth house here, it's almost said Scorpios, but Taurus, it feels like you guys are doing like some soul searching. You could also be dealing with the Sagittarius because of the 9. The ninth house to me is all about the soul's journey. So it feels like really tapping into a new form of spirituality. So this could be finding a non-denominational church. This could be tapping into just watching different spiritual videos, maybe watching podcasts, maybe even doing like some spiritual chit chats on Clubhouse and stuff like that. It feels like putting yourself in the energy of mapping out your life, like seeing, okay, why is this my blueprint? Why do I like this? Why am I into this kind of art? Why am I into this? Why do I like this? It feels like tapping into your roots, or maybe even getting like DNA ancestry, or tapping into something. Like, it feels like finding out your roots, or finding out something deeper about yourself, like getting to know yourself a little bit deeper, going on a soul's journey. There could even be somebody like going as far to paying somebody to track their ancestors, to track their roots, to understand where they come from. Also, with this 7th house here, I feel like it's helping you understand who you've been in past relationships, but also the role that you're supposed to play as a partner. It feels like coming into recognizing how certain relationships have been beneficial to you, and not just looking at them like, oh, this person broke my heart, or this friend did this to me, or this person did that, but also seeing how not having that person in your life, or whatever that person did to you in your life, or however your friendship went, recognizing how good it was for the moment, or recognizing the role that that person played in your life in that moment. So it feels like coming into some kind of acceptance. It also feels like coming into a new family. This could be an orphan, or somebody getting adopted. This could also be somebody wanting to adopt. So if you are in the process of fostering a child, I feel like you're going to meet a foster child who you are going to adopt, who is going to be your child. Just heard Chrissy. Folks. Okay, the death process. Somebody could have had a miscarriage due to a toxic relationship, due to being hurt in a relationship. Somebody could have kicked you, or somebody could have hurt you in a way where it was abusive, even emotionally, or spiritually, or mentally. But it feels like you need to expand your outlook on relationships. Like, it feels like you've kind of gotten into a position feeling like relationships are bad or meant to hurt you. It even feels like somebody could potentially feel like cursed, like they're a bad person, or like they're evil, or like they have a spell on them. It feels like recognizing that you've just had to go through all of this bad shit to get to the good shit. So somebody could be finally in a good relationship, and recognizing how maybe they're self-sabotaging the relationship, or maybe recognizing how they aren't showing up, or maybe how they need to show up. But it feels like needing to kind of like rest. I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. So maybe like you've been through a lot, or you're going through a lot, and it feels like God is kind of like, okay, we have this final thing that I'm finna put you through. But I want you to know, I'm gonna put you through this final thing, but as soon as I break you down, I'm gonna be right there to build you back up. So don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Don't lose hope in me. Don't lose faith in me. It feels like needing to start listening to Sunday morning services, or Sarah Jack Roberts, or finding you a pastor or a preacher online or something. Doesn't even have to be a pastor or a preacher. Like finding somebody like me who does readings, or finding somebody like me who does smoke sessions, who talks about shit that maybe you like to talk about or maybe you like to listen to. But it feels like finding something that's like your thing, finding your niche, finding you a new TV show, finding you a new hobby, finding you a new book to read, or something like that. But it feels like you are craving knowledge. You know, you're craving success, you're craving information. It's just like you want to be filled up. You want to be filled up. Maybe you felt empty, or you felt a void for a long time, and I feel like as you start to fill that void, as you start to fill yourself back up, you're liking the way that it feels to feel full. You know, this could even be somebody who had like an eating disorder, maybe somebody who used to starve themselves, or who was bulimic, who used to like throw up or something like that. I don't know why, but my shirt feels really big. Like it feels like it has so much extra room. And I haven't lost weight or anything, but maybe somebody could be like on a weight loss journey, or not really liking their, it feels like extra skin or something like that. This could even just be your body after a baby, after kids, or something like that. But it feels like needing to see yourself again, like needing to tap back into who you are, and kind of like what you have to offer, like what you bring to the table. Because it feels like being in a period of maybe not really understanding how precious your energy is, and how much you do bring to the table. Because it feels like maybe in relationships you really had to roll the dice on yourself. It's either been giving your all to somebody and getting nothing in return, or half-assing a relationship and feeling like you're not going to get anything back. It also kind of feels like recognizing your loves, like recognizing why certain people had to be in your life. It's kind of like karma coming around, like seeing, damn, like I had somebody who loves me when I couldn't love them. And then I've also seen myself love a person who couldn't love me. You know, so it feels like being in a position of wanting that all around equality in love. And I don't mean equal give and take, where it's like, okay, you doing the exact same thing that I'm doing in a relationship. Nah. But it's like, okay, where you can't do this, I'll step up and do this. And where I can't step up and do this, you'll step up and do this. So we are equal, but not in the sense of equal all the time. Right? So it's coming into that realization. It's also coming into the realization that you're not always going to be the best person. You're not always going to be a great person in everybody's story. So it feels like releasing guilt and blame, and putting a death process to the adversity that you're putting yourself through. Because it feels like you're wanting to be the victor in everybody's story. You know, you're wanting to be the good person, and the person who was right, I guess, in the situations. And it feels like it's not always about who's right and who's wrong, and who did this and who did what. But it's more so about, what did you learn from that situation, or how did that situation make you different? How has that situation shaped you? Or how has that adversity made you different, you know, than you were before you went through that? And if you can't answer those questions, then you have to go back to whatever the adversity was. You have to go back to it. And people don't recognize that the death process is not just one and done. There are many death processes that we have to go through. There are many losses that we take. And as you take more and more losses, as you go through more deaths, you also go through the process of rebirthing something, and coming into something new, and creating something new, and watching something new flourish, and watching something new expand. So it feels like needing to take the good with the bad, and having to see how duality is important. Seeing the importance of having good versus bad, and seeing yourself for you as a whole. And while you're searching for yourself, you're on this self-discovery journey, also recognizing that sometimes you are the villain, sometimes you are the victim. You know, sometimes shit does happen to you, and sometimes you are the one who's doing shit to another person. But you're having to release the guilt of it, having to release the ill feelings towards yourself because of it, and recognize the necessity of guilt and the necessity of shame, and you know, all of the human emotions that God give us. God don't just give us happiness. You know, God doesn't just give us positivity, but God gives us the spectrum of emotions as a human to deal with and navigate our experience. But when you X them out and you make it seem like you only need one to live happy and to be positive and to be a good person, I think that's when that duality comes knocking at your door 11:11, and it will show you turmoil, it will show you heartache, it will show you the bottom, you know, so that you can see how good things come out of it. It's not all just sunshine and roses, but it's also darkness and concrete and mud and dirt and shit. Like, there's shit that motherfuckers have to be pulled through, and there's shit that people have to get through in order to become the people that we're supposed to be, in order to be prophets, in order to ascend from this human experience. So it feels like needing to, also for somebody, needing to accept death, needing to accept the fact that somebody in their family has passed or is now searching and on a new journey of self-discovery. Like, it feels like maybe somebody is like leaving the family tradition, or stepping into themselves, and it felt like it's causing friction within the family. This could be somebody dating somebody, and it's kind of like, okay, I want to date this person, but I don't know what my family is going to say, or I don't know how they're going to feel. It feels like intermingling with like religions, like Christian and Muslim, or Muslim and Jewish, or I'm not sure, but it feels kind of like, okay, it also feels like somebody being outed, like forcing somebody to come out the closet. It's like, if you want to be with me, you have to come out of the closet, because there's no way that you can be ashamed of who we are and what we have and expect for me to still want that with you. You know, I feel like somebody feels that way, and then as soon as they end the relationship, it's like they ultimately feel guilty about setting that boundary. When I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You're not forcing that person out, you know. But also, it's okay to not want to be with a person who is not completely open or is not completely okay with themselves, because then you become a secret. Your whole life becomes a secret. Now we can't tell our parents that we live together. We can't have a housewarming because your parents don't know you gay. I don't know where that just came from. But that's definitely somebody's story. But for Taurus, it just kind of, it feels like not making a choice is a choice. You know, not standing up for your wife, or not standing up for your person, not being there for your person, choosing somebody else over your person. All of these are choices. You know, so when you say, "Oh, I didn't choose her over you," or I'm sorry you didn't get that job, that person wasn't better than you, or whatever, it's like you're lying. You're lying, because when you made the executive choice for it not to be me, you made the choice that it wasn't me. Right? So yeah, it feels like coming into some kind of like true acceptance for something. Let's see, why is this death card here? We have the King of Swords, the Justice card, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles. All on top of the Death card. So I feel like justice is coming in. The Knight of Pentacles is usually kind of coming in pretty slow. It's usually, to me, like finances, like somebody trying to come in with money. However, I feel like this person is coming in with emotions and wanting to talk. wanting to finally like offer you a peace offering or some kind of justice. It feels like just desserts, like something that you deserve. Like this is something that you've been waiting on or something that you've been waiting for. And it's kind of like they both have their swords up. So to me, this is kind of like two people in a relationship, or a baby mama, baby daddy who are not together. A father and a daughter who is of age now, like 30, 40. It feels like coming to grips with the fact that we need to talk. Like, this is a conversation. This is a we need to talk conversation. This is a real last conversation about some shit in a relationship or some shit at the job. I feel like this is you coming to your boss and telling them, like, but you cannot treat me like this. You cannot treat our residents like this. You cannot talk to me any kind of way. You cannot, you either going to make me manager or I'm finna go. Like, you know, this is kind of like we are both bringing our swords to the table and we going to both lay them down. It's kind of like waving a white flag. Deciding that we don't want to fight anymore, or deciding that we don't want to argue anymore, deciding that we want to bring this back together through going on your own self journey. So there's not going to be this realization until there's this self discovery. That's what it feels like. Okay, Taurus, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out here.